Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this Game Update 37 Updated Earth Revamp video. Now this video is going to be looking at the recent changes they've made to the patch notes on the test server. So the first powers we're going to be looking at, or I should say the first changes we're going to be looking at, is a couple of the supercharges. Now they have, apparently they've made Entomb, Meteor Shower and Earthquake basically just do more damage. So this is what we're going to quickly look at. So first of all I'm going to look at Entomb and Meteor Shower, and then I'll pause the video, get up some supercharge, and then I'll show you Earthquake. Okay, so let's get Meteor Shower. Envelop. Apparently Envelop's been changed as well. Okay, so we want Entomb. Entomb and Meteor Shower, right. So let's see how much damage we can actually get out of those things. So let's get a supply drop, let's get us go in, let's see what Meteor Shower does. Wow, it's definitely had its damage and buffed. And then Tomb. Ooh, that looks sweet. Whoa, 3.2k. That's actually pretty cool. Cool, I like that. So yeah, those two have definitely been buffed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, build up my supercharge, and then I'm going to do Earthquake, so you can see the full charge of it. And then after that I will pause the video again, get up enough supercharge, and do Envelop, because apparently Envelop, the encasement can no longer be picked up and it's heavier, making it harder to be knocked around. So that's some of the couple changes we're going to be looking at. So I'm pausing the video. Alright, I'm back guys, and now I've got full supercharge. So now we're going to be testing out the Earthquake and see what kind of damage that's been, well, what they've given to that case. So let's get our, well, wherever my loadout's gone, there we go. Okay, so let's get the supply drop, trinket, and let's just go and spam Earthquake. 2.5, 2.6. So yeah, they've definitely buffed it. So cool, that's a nice change to it as well. But unfortunately, to really use it, it does take up all of your supercharge. And to get all the precision hits from it, it's just pretty much you activate Earthquake and then you just keep tapping melee to get the aftershocks, which are precision based. Okay, so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to pause the video, get up some supercharge, just enough so we can check out the change to Envelop. Okay guys, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, so I'm back again for like the third time. But okay, so the change to Envelop is apparently the encasement can no longer be picked up. It's heavier, making it harder to be knocked around. So I'll just build up enough supercharge to see what this pretty much does. Okay, so let's just go and put Envelop on the sparring target. Right, sorry, Envelop's on me. I was thinking of Entomb then, where it puts it on the target, but yeah, the Envelop actually looks really cool though. So the encasement will no longer be picked up. So that's cool anyway. It's a good change either way. So let's crack on and have a look at the rest of the changes. So let's go and reset my PowerPoints. I really should move the respec token station up here, but again, I'm sparring targets facing around the long way, but that's not too important. Okay, so apparently Sandblast has had its damage increase when targets are below 35% HP. So let's have a look at that. Oops, that is the wrong tree. And let's remember our innates. So, damage. Let's get Sandblast. So this is what it's like when the target's worse. Let's get the target down a little bit. That should do. Can you really say the damage has been increased? It still looks pretty bad. Okay, so the damage then when it crits is really good. So it looks like the first hit itself is still quite weak. So let's get the target. Stop healing yourself, sparring target. Alright. It's around 800, so the base damage is around 2.3k. So it's 2 point something's the base damage. And there we go, the first hit can crit up to 1.5, and pretty much when it crits, Sandblast on second hit crits like 5k, over 5k. So the damage has actually been increased quite a bit, which is good. That's a good change. I've needed that for further finisher. Okay, so apparently Striking Stones, the ability animation has been made faster and now it applies to critical bonus with weapon masteries. Okay, so let's get Striking Stones. There we go. Now, does Striking Stones actually do more damage with effect? Crushed enemies take additional damage, so you might want to crush things. Alright. So let's get Earth and Grip on. We'll try it with both. So the animation's apparently been sped up. Not by much. It's still too long. I mean, if you really want that to be a good, like, AoE skill, it has to be like, you know, I don't know. Say like, Cassin, it should hit now. But it's just too slow. They still need to speed it up a lot more quicker than what it currently is. Okay, so the damage on itself is still pretty shocking. Let's put the effect on it. And hit it with damage. So it pretty much just needs the animation fastened a lot more, and the damage needs to be buffed a lot more. So it seems like I'm gonna have to do a couple more changes. Okay, so let's see what it's like with weapon mastery. So 1.8k crits without power interaction. Let's try it with the power interaction. Okay, whoa. Striking Stones hits like a truck when it's got the power interaction, and it crits from weapon mastery. 3.3k from Striking Stones with weapon mastery. It's pretty good. Okay, so Striking Stones damage with weapon mastery is good, but if you don't use weapon mastery, then the damage on it is pretty poor. Don't know why I'm going down there for. Should have enough power points. So, okay, so let's. Next change is Fortified Golem. Your character will now play an appropriate Earth visual effect when activating this ability. About time. Okay, so damage. Just in case we need it. So let's have a look. So apparently it's meant to give some sort of Earth visual effect. Last time it was kind of given that weird sorcery effect. So let's activate it. Didn't really seem to do much. I think it kind of like shot some sand out of the hand when it pumped it in the air. Ah, zoomed all the way in. Okay, so if you saw that, when it pumps its fist into it shoots out some sand. That's about it. Okay, but let's just try it with the pet just in case it does something different. Okay, so we've got the pet. No, it still just shoots out. I was expecting a little bit more than that, but I suppose since it's Earth, it'll do. As long as we haven't got the sorcery effects. It's only the pet power really, isn't it? So, not too bad. Well, the pet gets a shield from it as well. Okay, so let's get rid of Crystal. Okay, so the next few changes are to Jackhammer. Now, I got 4 power points left over. So can I get Jackhammer? Yes, I can. Get that as well. Okay, so Jackhammer, and let's get the power interaction just in case. Okay, so the changes to Jackhammer are Jackhammer and Jackhammer Aftershocks will now cause their knockdown effects whether or not your target is dazed. Okay, so let's check out that one and see if it's true. So it is true. So we don't need a power interaction to knock it up. But let's try it with the power interaction anyway. Oops. But yeah, you can still see it anyway. Okay. Now one of the changes is they made Pebble Blast now that it applies a damage to the same target. First of all, when you use Pebble Blast, it would do damage, put the AoE daze effect, and then if you use the Pebble Blast again on the same target, it wouldn't do damage. So apparently it's meant to do damage now. So okay, damage power interaction, hit it again, damage. Okay, so they fixed that. That's good. Also another change to Jackhammer. Performing Jackhammer Aftershocks increases this duration to 12, 15, 18 seconds, depends on whether you perform 1 or 2 or 3 Aftershocks. Okay, so groovy. I'm not really too sure what that applies. Duration of, maybe it's a damage absorption of 12 to 15 to 18 seconds, depends on whether you perform 1 or 2 Aftershocks. That must mean what it means. So basically, if we apply 1 Aftershock, you must get a mitigation for 12, 15, 18 seconds. Okay, anyway. So next change, Jackhammer. Enemies never gain immunity to be knocked down caused by Jackhammer when deployed from this tree. It now takes roughly 9 Jackhammer Aftershocks within 12 seconds for enemies to gain immunity to the knockdown effect. So you are less than likely to encounter this. Jackhammer. Wow, let's see. Mentioned Jackhammer quite a bit. So they got Jackhammer and then Jackhammer again. Now provides damage absorption for 9 seconds when used from this tray. Okay, so the target is meant to get immunity for knockups after 12. It takes roughly 9 seconds. So basically 9 Jackhammers is meant to get immunity. So let's see when it gets immunity. There we go. So that's quite a few Jackhammers before it is immune to it. So we can pretty much juggle it really good. That's a good change for Earth. That's a lot of crowd control. But also just means you just don't want to spam Jackhammer. Okay, so another change is Rumble Crush. Okay, now this I definitely will need to reset my PowerPoints. Okay, so another change is Rumble Crush. Apparently it now applies a damage over time. So let's get the innates again. And let's get Rumble Crush. Okay, so Rumble Crush. That's fair enough. I mean, the dots aren't that particularly great, but at least it's something. The damage itself for it, for dropping a massive brick on, well, I'd say a massive boulder on someone, the damage is pretty low. I would expect it to be a little bit more. I would expect it to be at least like maybe critting like 1,000 or something. But the crits are kind of semi-decent, I guess, for the dots. Okay, so the last change is Summon Brick Golem corrected an issue that caused the damage transfer gain effect to be applied in damage roll. Okay, so that's a change I really can't show because they've already fixed it. So apparently, when you're in tank roll, Brick would do damage shifts, so basically a portion of your damage would be transferred to Brick. But apparently that was bugged, and you were still getting a damage transfer shift, even in DPS roll, if you were using Brick. But apparently they fixed that now, so fair enough. Also, when you're in tank roll, Brick will attempt to taunt enemies if you become encased. Well, that I can't show, because well, I'm not going to get encased. But still, I would have thought, instead of Brick attempting to taunt enemies, a Brick should taunt enemies if you're encased. Okay, so that sort of, actually no, let's check the damage of Jackhammer, just in case they've like kind of like ninja buffed it. Okay, so let's get Daze Effects and Jackhammer. Okay, so let's check what Jackhammer's damage is like without any. Damage still sucks. Okay, so let's try it with the power interaction. Let's try and get ourselves buffed. Now, normally we'd use have reinforce as well, so I am missing some crit chance. 2k crits. Yeah, overall, Jackhammer's damage is still not good. I mean, even using it as part of a weapon mastery, I mean, if you do like a weapon mastery and then Jackhammer, the damage is probably not going to be worth it. Because by the time you've done that, someone else could have done another weapon mastery and just would have left you in the dust. But anyway, guys, that's all the recent changes to Earth. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there's anything you think could have been done better, of course. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this, and until next time, I'll see you then.